Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabans. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, we got one for y'all here today. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So this is a topic that just came up in the last moment. I was already done shooting for the day, and then I just saw this topic on my phone, and I said, hey, why not talk about it? So as you guys know, we've covered this story about Molly Qerim's abrupt departure from ESPN First Take, right? It was something that caught plenty of us on the exterior off guard. Molly actually posted on her Instagram story, she said, "To my First Take family, after much reflection, I've decided it's time to close this incredible chapter and star away from First Take. Hosting this show has been one of the great honors of my career." So we did some shows about it. A lot of people have reacted to it, given their thoughts on it. I get my thoughts on it. Even Stephen A. Smith came out there and did a show reacting to it where he was kind of sneak dissing Molly, talking about, oh, you know, you need to understand your value and your worth and your value and your worth and all of this. And we're like, bro, what are you talking? He's like, I'm not talking about Molly, but you need to understand your value. You need to understand leverage. I'm like, well, she's the one that just lost the job. So, you know, what are you referring to, right? So that was said. So I came across this report here from Sports Illustrated with the following headline. Listen to this. Molly Qerim's ridiculously low ESPN salary revealed reportedly before stunning exit. The former First Take co-host for 10 years felt disrespected during contract negotiations, according to a former colleague. And I'm like, let's continue on. Molly Qerim's abrupt departure, not only from the First Take show, she co-hosted with Stephen A. Smith for 10 years, but the ESPN network came as a big surprise. The Emmy Award winner's real salary was likely a big reason for her exit, as being reported. The 41-year-old Qerim's contract was up at the end of the year, and negotiations to expand her new role with ESPN broke down, and she decided to leave immediately. She didn't even get to break her own news. However, which disappointed her, she then wrote on online, which we already read. Then continues on. Qerim did have her first gig hosting a Q&A at UConn's Huskies men basketball coach Dan Hurley on October the 1st, where she posted her first photo and a fit since leaving ESPN. While an ESPN executive revealed the real reason she left, from their perspective, it appears to be more of a PR spin. Continues on. Qerim's former colleague Marcellus Wiley, who co-hosted the show Sports Nation with her on ESPN, had more of the dirt. However, on his podcast, more to it. Continues on. Wiley said Qerim definitely felt disrespected. Smith is making $21 million a year with a new 5-year contract, and other female talent on the network like Malika Andrews and Mina Kimes make in the 7 figures. Wiley said Molly wasn't getting what she wanted, and that reportedly she's making around $500,000 a year. Wiley would go on to say that Qerim wanted to host other shows, even her own show, but the network wasn't having it. That's what's happening. They weren't signing off on her doing her own show or any other show at the network, Wiley said, before adding, Molly finally woke up and said, enough is enough. It then continues on. He also talks about her relationship with Smith. He also talks about how her relationship with Smith wasn't great because he has the kind of pull that would have gotten her paid what she wanted to keep her there. And then it talks about the full podcast, and Marcellus Wiley breaks it down perfectly. Then continues on. Whatever went down, Qerim was clearly lowballed and underpaid at around $500,000 a year and decided she wasn't going to stand for it. Now, let's talk about it. Y'all remember when I said that they were taking her for a ride, only paying her $500,000? $500,000 isn't a lot. There are people that get paid more. Y'all, some people came at me, Charles, what do you mean $500,000 is not a lot? Of course, $500,000 is a lot, right? Of course, it's a lot of money. But the problem is, given her niche, her industry, and at the level that she was at, and the level of experience that she had. Mind you, she had been on that show for 10 good years. And I think she had been with the network since 2006. This isn't somebody just walked off the street and decided to join ESPN. This is somebody that has tenure in the business, working at the worldwide leader for Pete's sake. That's the first thing. You then hear what others were getting paid. Even Malika Andrews was earning more than her. And nobody likes her. But she was getting paid more than Molly. And I also gave the example of, in the sports podcasting space, there are people, females, that make more than Molly Qerim that don't even do a quarter of the work that she does. They get paid $500,000 just to show up a few times a week. Not even every week. And they're making $500,000. So I was like, how is it possible that these people are making more than she is? And she's on this show every single day, it seems like. If they're traveling over there, she'll go. If they do a show in Antarctica, Molly will be there sitting on top of a polar bear reporting. So when she's going through the contract negotiations, she's like, my God, you guys, it's not like as if you guys don't have the money. It's not like as if I'm asking you for $2 million, but my God, at least give me $1 million. Do y'all understand the kind of money that's out there? Maybe some of y'all are confused. How much you think Cam and Mason them got on their first deal? It was like $28 million or something for their first deal. What y'all think is going on? Now, obviously, everybody isn't making that money. I'm not making their money, that $28 million. I'm not making that money, but I know that the money's out there. And if I know it, she knows it. And she knows it also based on how much they're willing to give her partner. Not to say that Molly should be on Stephen A. Smith's level. I don't even think she'd have had her own show. I don't think so at all. But at least for that show, you couldn't even break off $1 What would it have changed? Wouldn't it have been meant more to just keep her and make her happy and move on? I guess not. And Marcellus Wiley is 100% correct. 1,000% correct. If Stephen A. Smith wanted to get it done, he would have got it done. Do you know how we know? Because he already said this about other people. He already said it. I think Kendrick Perkins is the one that revealed him. I think Stephen A. Smith got them paying him $750,000 a year or whatever the hell the number was, $800,000 a year. Some other people have said, like, Stephen A. Smith has helped him get paid. Dan Orlovsky is one that's also mentioned. It's not like as if Stephen A. Smith has major pull. I mean, for goodness sake, he's the face of the bloody network. He's the face of the network. We're not talking about Stephen A. Smith when Max Kellerman was there. No. It's him. He's their $100 million guy. And for somebody, but Molly always used to allude to it. I wouldn't know what that feels like. I wouldn't know what traveling like that. She always used to joke about it. Now you see it. Apparently, Mina Kimes and Malika Andrews make more than Molly. I'm not taking anything away from them, but they make more than Molly. You think Molly isn't sitting there with every time Stephen A. Smith goes out there and says, I have the number one show, the number one show, the number one show. Well, let me get paid like I'm part of the number one show. How about that? Let me get paid like I'm part of the number one show. I mean, you're always saying it. Are we kidding? Like, come on, man. Nah, they could have did better than that. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments and we catch you on the next show. And I'm out. Peace.